Hello, my friends. This is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of practicing medicine. Today, I need to talk to you about why you need to become your own healthcare advocate. Why you need to advocate for yourself when it comes to your healthcare. Guys, you cannot imagine how many patients are not having, how many millions of people in the US are not having proper access to good health care. How many doctors, whether the guy is a dentist, surgeon, chiropractor, medical doctor, chiropractor, blah, 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 especially medical doctors, are missing diagnosis. The woman goes to see her doctor. Doctor, I have abdominal pain. Oh, it's okay, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you some prescription for your gas. I'm going to give you prescription for your irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, blah, blah, blah. Go take this medication. Oh, doctor, I'm having headache. Oh, it's okay. You might be working too much. It might be just some migraine. Take some Tylenol. In and out the doctor, right? Of the patient's room, 5 minutes later, he sees the patient. 5 minutes later, he's out, he goes into another room. 40 patients a day, 30 patients a day, 35 patients a day. Doctors nowadays in America are too busy making money, seeing too many patients, right? The quality of healthcare is going down. They don't care anymore about you, right? As an individual, they see you as a part of a group, an umbrella of patients, and you are like in an assembly line. You wait 1 hour in the waiting room, then you got just 5 minutes to talk to the doctor, and he not even examines you. He doesn't sit down to listen to you, to listen to your complaints, your symptoms. He quickly gives you a prescription for blood tests, gives you some medication, get the hell out of here, and he goes to see another patient. Guys, you have to advocate for your own health care. You need to grab the bull by the horn to not be among these millions of patients who are misdiagnosed about a severe illness, whether it's cancer, whether it's heart attack, kidney failure, blah, 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 blah. Dementia, early signs of dementia are many times missed. And now, as I posted in another video, we have 2 blood tests that allow you to know at an early stage if you are having dementia, right? So that you can have the medication, IV medication once a month to stop the dementia at an early stage, or to even reverse it, right? But the doctor dismisses your symptoms, dismisses your brain fog, saying, oh, take some, maybe you're not sleeping enough, let me give you some sleeping pill. He's dismissing your short memory loss, right? He's dismissing all that. You know that you have a problem with your brain. You're not the same as you were 6 months ago, a year ago. You know that you have this brain fog that cannot go away. But your doctor doesn't care. He doesn't have the time to listen to you. So you need to be advocating for your own body, for your own mind, for your own health care, and not trust 100% your doctor. Trust your doctor, right? But not 100%. Take somebody with you in the next doctor's visit. Take your husband, take your wife, take your kids, take somebody, an adult, who can ask questions to that doctor, and then you ask questions too. So 2 people, there will be 2 people, especially a person who is not the patient, will be able to ask the doctor. So doctor, you say that her brain fog is nothing. So where does the brain fog come from? Ask the doctor. So what do you think it is? She's 60 years old, my mom, or my wife, or my husband, blah, blah, blah. How come he's having brain fog? You did the blood test last time and his thyroid hormones are okay. He doesn't have any vitamin deficiency, mineral deficiency, blah, blah, blah. So why is the brain fog persisting, doctor? Why is it that the short-term memory loss is still there? Maybe, don't you think, doctor, that my husband or my wife might start having dementia, right? And then, doctor, there is a blood test. There are 2 blood tests that Dr. B is talking about on YouTube. Can you send my wife or my husband or my mom or my dad to do that blood test, doctor? If you don't do that, if you don't become your own advocate, I call that healthcare militancy. Healthcare militancy. You have to become a militant, an advocate. Right? You have to be always polite, always civil when you deal with your doctor, your dentist, your plumber, your roofer, whoever it is. It doesn't matter. You have to always solve disputes and disagreement in a polite, civil way, right? And you have to ask your doctor questions. 5 minutes is not enough. So you have to bring somebody with you so that that person can ask questions if you are shy, if you don't know what to say, what to ask, right? So this was just one example that I gave you about brain fog that doctors dismiss. Abdominal pain that doctor dismiss, and it find out after 6 months that the guy had pancreatic cancer. And if they had done the ultrasound screening test, and I put a video about that earlier, then the doctor wouldn't have missed that early pancreatic cancer, and they could have done surgery, right, at a time when the guy would have a chance of survival, right? Same thing for heart failure, right? The guy complains of shortness of breath. Many doctors say, well, you know, you're getting old. He's 70 years old. What do you mean he's getting old, right? Dr. B, I'm 50 years young. In 20 years, I will be 70 years old. I will be still healthy, in good shape, right? It will not be normal at my age, in 20 years, at the age of 70, to have shortness of breath. I hope, like today, I will still be able to exercise 2 hours a day, run and bike and do everything, right? But doctors dismiss it. It's okay. You're 70 years old. Well, you're getting old. What the cat saw, blah, blah, blah. Okay, do you know what I'm saying? You need to insist in a civil, polite way and tell the doctor, I don't think that it's normal, because I have a lot of friends who are my age and are absolutely normal, blah, 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 blah. You need to become your own healthcare militant and advocate, to not let it go, because the best way to treat a condition, a disease, is to detect it early. Millions of patients everywhere in the United States suffer from the consequences of medical errors, what we call medical malpractice. Means the doctor dismissed completely the symptom. I mean, just read online, the internet, you hear all the time, you read all these news about this woman who was complaining about belly pain and blah, blah, blah. Everything. And then it turns out it was a cancer of the ovary, cancer of the stomach, cancer of this. Turned out that she had heart failure. People whose symptoms of coronary artery disease, heart disease, coronary artery disease were dismissed. And then 6 months later, the guy has a heart attack and dies. This is malpractice. But the doctor doesn't care, because he has malpractice insurance. And the malpractice insurance will cover the bill and compensate the family. He doesn't care. The doctor is busy running a business, seeing 30, 40 patients a day, in and out, like in an assembly line. He doesn't care about you. You care about yourself. You must care about yourself. So you need to be informed about basic medical condition, about basic diseases, watch my video. I talk about all this and how to screen all these diseases, these major conditions, right? Follow my advice, follow my recommendations, right? Prevention is the king. Prevention. Don't get sick. Prevention is the king. And I tell you how to prevent thousands of diseases by my recommendations. So please wake up. If you are an adult of a certain age, let's say 40, 45, 50 and above, and stop entrusting 100% your body, your mind to that healthcare team. Because at the end of the day, you are not their family member. You are not the brother or sister or family member or auntie or mommy or daddy or sister or brother of that doctor over there. So he cares about you as long as you bring money to his business, right? It's like my dentist. He's a great dentist. But at the end of the day, he cares only about the money that he gets from taking care of my teeth. And I changed dentist probably 3 times during the last 10 years because quite a few of them were no good, right? No good dentists. Doesn't care, do it quickly. The job is just absolutely a mess. I go for my cleaning. The cleaning I can look in the back teeth when I go back home, not done good, right? So you have to understand that for doctors, it's the same. The family doctor, the general practitioner, the internist who is looking at you for your symptoms, your headache, your diabetes, your high blood pressure, your weight, your this, your that, your cholesterol, he doesn't care that much about you, right? He needs to make a lot of money, save for his retirement, pay the bills, feed his children, his wife, pay the mortgage of his big mansion, pay the bills for his Mercedes-Benz brand new that he bought, $150,000, right? He needs to pay the receptionist, the nurse, blah, blah, blah. So he's going to see so many patients that he's not going to individually care about you. He's going to put you under a big umbrella. He's not going to do what I talked about in another video, which is individualized, tailor-made, custom healthcare. Ideally, you want a healthcare team to provide in America today, as of June 2025, to provide individualized healthcare that is tailored, custom-made for that individual patient, regardless of whether she's a man, woman, or anything in between, race, religion, blah, 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 right? But it doesn't happen like that. Everybody's put under the same umbrella, right? They give the same medication to every patient with diabetes, same medication within 1 or 2 changes, right? But they don't adapt the treatment to that specific patient with his or her need, right? And this is especially true for minorities, low-income people, right? I live, guys, in Mountain View, California, right? Mountain View, California, the situation of healthcare is a disaster. If you are rich, if you are above a certain level of income, right? If you live in these beautiful villas and mansions and in the Silicon Valley, blah, 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 you get extremely good healthcare insurance. You have access to extremely good doctors because your insurance company is a good one, expensive one, paid for by your high-tech company, Google and Facebook, blah, 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 right? They're going to pay for your expensive healthcare insurance. That expensive healthcare insurance that is getting all these expensive premiums is going to pay the doctors a lot of money. So the doctors, they love to see people like you who have a very, very good healthcare insurance, right? Whereas the poor people, the low-income people, Latinos, black, blah, 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 who lives in these apartments, and there are millions in San Jose, in Mountain View where I live, millions of these lower income, what we call underprivileged, right? Low socioeconomic level people, right? These people, they have absolutely no good healthcare insurance, right? They have medical, which is provided by the state, right? It's the medical, which is Medicaid for poor, underprivileged, low-income, socioeconomically low people, right? I say this respectfully, right? So these people, their insurance is so bad that most doctors don't accept that insurance, right? So they have no access to healthcare. Even if by chance they find a doctor who is able to see them, it's going to be 5 minutes in and out, because the doctor's not going to make a lot of money out of that patient, because that insurance, medical, which is going, by the way, bankrupt in California, it is billions of dollars in the red. There's just no money, right, to cover these millions of people, including illegal immigrants or undocumented immigrants, whatever the catso you want to call them. So these people are the worst when it comes to healthcare outcome, because by the time their pain has gotten worse, their headache, their heart failure, they are already in such a disastrous situation that a lot of them die. Even if they don't die, the outcome is very poor. Their cancer is discovered at a very late stage. Their heart failure is discovered at a very late stage. Their dementia is discovered at a very late stage. So they cannot benefit from the early detection of Alzheimer's disease. So by the 2 blood tests that I told you in another video, so that they can benefit from the expensive IV injection that will reverse the course of the disease, right? The millionaires and billionaires in Silicon Valley and in California, all the coastal area of California, full of $1 million mansions. These people, they get the best healthcare. The regular guy, the plumber, the carpenter, blah, 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 the taxi driver, the bus driver, these poor people, they are desperate for good doctors and everything. And guess what? It's going to become even worse and worse and worse. So you have to take charge of yourself. You have to grab the bull by the horn, not entrust your healthcare 100% in the hands of your doctor. You need to ask questions. Bring another adult with you next time you see your doctor. Do not allow your doctor to dismiss your symptoms, your signs. Oh, it's okay, no big deal, just get this medication, get some Tylenol, go do this blood test, get out of here, right? No. You don't allow that. Worst comes to worst, it's not a big deal. You change doctor. You have the right to good health care, right? You have the right to good health care, even though millions of people, not just in California, but all over the U.S., do not have access to good health care, right? And it's going to get worse because of overpopulation. Our population, 350 million right now, 350 million people, increasing every year. So it's going to get worse and worse. Our national debt increases. $37 trillion of national debt increases by $1 trillion, not billion, not million, $1 trillion every year. Our national debt increases. Healthcare at the state level, the states are also bankrupt the same way the federal government is bankrupt. So it's going to get worse. So you need to wake up and take the bull by the horn, become your own healthcare advocate, become your own healthcare militant, and change doctor. You have the right to change doctor and to be treated by your care team that cares about you, that listens to you, that does not dismiss your symptom, that will do the appropriate test so that they can find out where the cazzo does my headache come from, where the cazzo does my chest pain come from, where the cazzo does my pain in my spine come from, where the cazzo that does my tummy ache come from, how come I'm having now suddenly pelvic pain, blah, 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 so that you can have the care that you deserve, so that you can detect diseases at the early stage. My friend Dr. B is here because he cares about you. Dr. B came on YouTube not for the money, not for the glory, not for the fame. I make enough money at the clinic. God bless them. My patients and everybody else, they give me not just enough love, but enough passion for medicine. I will never retire. God willing, I will be with you for the next 50 years. Follow my advice because I care about you genuinely. I'm not here for the fame, the glory, the money. Regardless of your age, your gender, your ethnicity, your religion, I do care about you the same way I care about medicine and science. And I didn't go into medical school for the money, the fame, and the glory, just for the love and the passion. Get back to me. Put your question, your comment down there. I will get back to you. I promise it might take time because I'm so busy at work with 8 to 10 hours a day, and I love it. So please do not forget, advocate for yourself, advocate for your own body, for your own mind. Become a healthcare advocate, become a healthcare militant. I love you, and I hope to talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.